The Ultimate 11 Podcast. We're in. Billy, hello again. I see you've made it out to Barcelona this week. How'd you get out there?
Yeah. Mate, to be fair, I'm jealous. La Bombonera is on my to-do list. It's definitely my bucket list place.
Flights to Buenos Aires were cheap this time of year. What can I say? So if you don't know by now, as you can see, Billy, one of Europe's finest stadiums. Myself, one of South America's finest stadiums. It's a biggie. It's the ultimate team of Europe, which Billy will be representing, and the ultimate team of South America, which I will be representing. Billy, I suppose you're going to jump in first, so give us a little bit of a preamble. Tell us a bit about your team, why you think you're going to win this one, etc., all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, mate, this was hard. I actually struggled with this. And you know what? The two positions I struggle with the most, goalkeeper
Okay.
and striker.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, because obviously the European team, midfield is mental. Like we all know, like the midfield they've got, like it speaks for itself. I've had to make some big changes here, and there's some casualties, and I'm sure I'm going to get bombarded with abuse. But I didn't realize how many good goalkeepers were. When you actually break it down, you start reading them off, and we're talking like the olden times, like the golden oldies, even through some modern time keepers who have to be mentioned and stuff. Yeah, I struggled, mate, to be fair. And obviously, looking at players from, well, Barcelona as an example, they've had some absolute quality footballers over the years. So yeah, it was hard, mate. It was hard. I'm not gonna lie, I did struggle with this. But I just think defensively, the South American team that you're representing, as you say, will lose it over my absolute ballers. Mate, I've gone for three at the back, and
Three at the back. I was going to ask what's your formation, what you're thinking of playing here. What do you think is going to bring you some
yeah,
success? Are you
I've
sure
gone
three at the
three
back's a
four.
good idea against a South American team, attacking flair and all that? Ooh.
Yeah, I've gone 3-4-3. But I've just realised I've only put three midfielders, so I have to do one as we're going along. I've only just realised I've got three midfielders. Uh,
Bad as always.
so I'm gonna have to go as we're going along. I have to add one. Um, but I kind of think that this team here is just unbelievable, Jeff. No,
Is
that's a
it?
lie. I've gone forward back. I've just realised I've gone forward back. I haven't
That's
read my own notes.
why.
I've gone forward
That's a
back.
good
Yes.
idea, mate. With these South American players, like for mine as well. I'm like thinking, you picture it. We'll go for your team first, but a little preamble on mine. What do you think of when you think of South America?
I think
The
flair,
P
don't
the
you?
P the PG version, footballing
Yeah,
version.
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
flair
We'll go. Flair, you just think
goals,
I don't, not as much. No, for
goals,
me,
flair, attacking prowess? That's three of
you
the
just
things
think
that stand out to
exciting
me.
football. You think exciting
Exciting
football.
football,
Yeah,
winners. Think of all the winners of previous
hot heads.
Ballon d'Ors. I'm not too asked them, but World Cups. First ever World Cup winning team, Uruguay. You know, that's what you think of. Winning mentality, top
Yeah,
players. People we idolize, people the kids idolize now. All our favorite players were South American and stuff. So this is the one. I think this is going to be a good one. I think the European team's going to be beastly. I think the South American team's going to be beastly, and I can't wait to see how it goes. So if you want to run us through,
mate.
mate, back to front.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just watching a Chelsea game, and Chelsea have just equalised against Brentford.
What a shame.
In the 61st minute, I think it's Cole Palmer as well. Of course it is. Yeah. So right, mate, goalkeeper. I've changed goalkeeper about 7 times, but I'm going to be honest with you. I do think there's only one person that does get it,
Well then,
and I'm the same as you when it comes to Ballon d'Ors. So I would never say. However, the only goalkeeper to win it, Levi has to go in there.
Leviation is what you've gone
Yeah,
for.
yeah. I've gone for over the Khan, over
Oh.
lots of Khan, Casillas.
Casillas or
Schmeichel,
Buffon.
Buffon.
They're the two. That's the obvious two, but I think you can't look past Casillas and Buffon. But you can. Lev Yashin, for all those
I've
times
gone
you
for
watched him play growing up.
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I've watched him numerous times live. It was something special. No, obviously, I just think the fact is that yeah, I've never watched him play live, and I do admit that's usually quite a controversial thing with me. And I think when we first said about doing this, I said, "Oh, I shouldn't do
Mm,
this." Yes, I've gone Lev
fair
Yashin,
enough.
mate. He's the only Ballon d'Or goalkeeper ever.
Mm.
156 penalty saves.
But that's a lot, in
Yeah,
fairness.
so do you know what I mean?
Big
Like,
heavy ball though, you know.
exactly. Well, yeah, big, yeah. It's all the catches, isn't it?
Harder to boot a pigskin into the top corner than it is a Nike flight football. But
Yeah.
it's fair. It's a fair statement, I.
I mean, so yeah, I've gone for it. I've gone for Lev Yashin.
Lev Yashin.
And my favorite goalkeeper is Casillas. So I I struggle with this, but I also love Buffon. I love Buffon,
Yeah,
but I
top
thought
man.
Yashin is probably like I said. I didn't because, and I know I've been a little bit contradictory when I say stats and Ballon d'Or, blah blah. But I just think you can't look. The only goalkeeper to ever win it, he has to be mentioned, and
Right.
I'm gonna put yeah, I'll put him in. So sod
There's
it.
no
I
worries.
don't.
Yeah, that's fine. And who have you got your back for then? Come on, lay
Well,
him on us.
mate, get comfortable for this, mate. You are going to absolutely be
This is.
rocked.
I'm gonna be scared of this. To be fair, I
So in no
think.
positions, I'm just going to name them. No positions. Right,
Then,
we've got the one and only Paolo Maldini.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The guy's
Stalwart.
not 902 appearances. Absolute gorgeous footballer. Like revolutionised football.
I
Him and
suppose
Brady.
physically, and
Yeah, I mean,
watching
him and
easy on the
Brady.
eye.
Like, they what conceded like 52 goals in about 180 appearances or shit like that. So yeah, he just a brilliant footballer. Like he
Wasn't there
was.
that mental season that AC Milan conceded something daft like 16 goals or something unbelievable, and he was obviously
Yeah,
part of
they
that
scored about 32
ridiculous
goals as
defense.
well. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. Him and Baresi, who does get an honourable mention, does not get my team, but what a player.
yeah. Fair enough. Yeah,
Again, from videos I've seen. But yeah, mate, you can't look past Paolo Maldini, can you? Let's be honest. Five Champions
that's
Leagues, 902 appearances.
yeah, it's a lot in it.
I've noticed all my players have got a lot of appearances. Yeah, I don't think it just speaks for itself. Paolo Maldini, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Gorgeous footballer, gorgeous, just generally brilliant. Deserves to be in the list, and I think everyone says he's probably the greatest left back of all time. So yeah, so it speaks for itself. Next, two Ballon d'Or awards. Franz Beckenbauer.
Bauer. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? You can't argue with him. Was just as comfortable being defensive midfielder as he was a centre back. Played both the role better than most people now do, and he was an absolute just rock hard player.
So
Like
you World Cup
loved
winner as a
watching.
player and manager? I
And a
think I'm
manager,
making that
yeah,
up. Was yeah?
yeah, no, he was, yeah. So World Cup, Euros, and three Champions. Well, what was known as European Trophy, but
European
now
Cup.
Champions
Yeah.
League, yeah. But he was a stalwart in Germany and Bayern Munich before. I think he was at Hamburg before Bayern Munich as well. But yeah, I just don't think you can look past him. Let's be honest, he was the reason that they did so well. He was comfortable. He was the
West
original ball
Germany.
player, midfield defensive kind of player. Yeah, centre back, brilliant. So the next one, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we are talking
Get the file
level
facts
three.
ready.
Yeah, it is Bobby Moore.
Bobby Moore. Nice.
World Cup,
Class.
108 appearances for England. Like like you said in the pre-Premier League team yourself, you put him in. He was a stylish. He was like the original Rolls Royce defender.
Mm.
He was comfortable on the ball, wasn't quick, but just made football look effortless. And his timing
One
was brilliant. Everything he did on the ball was perfect. Wasn't afraid to get involved. So yeah, 100%, mate.
only World Cup winning captain. Well, for
Yeah.
England, obviously. Hopefully that'll change
Now,
soon, but we'll see.
now my next one. I think for you and me personally, our generation, this guy is a cult hero. Absolutely phenomenal as a footballer. Is a, but also loves a red card. Sergio Ramos. I personally think
Oh,
he's been the greatest defender in the last 15, 20 years.
winner,
Maybe
serial winner.
bar Maldini and that, just to caveat that.
And
Yeah,
Housery as
still,
well. Got away with it. Did it well, didn't he? That
he
dark
did a
arts.
yeah. If you want a player who's going to come in and do something for you, you want someone like Ramos who he'll win at all costs. He doesn't care what he has to do to win.
Yeah. And he was good enough to
Um,
not do the dark arts, just adding that to his game, you know.
yeah, I mean, I didn't know this. Guess how many goals he's got? Career goals.
Is it like in the 90s?
More.
Took a lot of pens, didn't he?
110 goals in his whole
Yeah,
career.
wow.
And he's
Good.
also the most capped European defender with
Mm.
180 caps. World Cup, Champions League, La Liga, 2 Euros. I think he was an absolute epitome of what a defender should be, and a leader as well. He would do anything to win. Don't talk to Liverpool fans about that though. But
Concussion.
it was mate, what a player. Him and Pepe as well. It was a red card left, right, and centre there, weren't there?
Strong era for
But
Madrid, that.
yeah, I don't think you can look past him, to be fair. And then we
Euros,
get
World Cup, and all
to,
that as well, yeah. And then you're into
then we
midfield, sorry, interrupted.
mate, yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. That he's just brilliant. And then we get to midfield, right? So I've been tinkering this all day, and I'm going to say his name, Lothar Matthäus. I
Lothar
wanted
Matthäus, yeah.
I wanted to put him in so badly because I think he's a player that does go under the radar in terms of how good he was, especially in that Germany team. He was brilliant. Um,
Mhm.
but I took him out last minute,
Ooh.
and some people might say this player's not a midfielder, but he was probably he was more.
Shorty
He
Met.
didn't really have a defined position. It's a bit like a Thomas Muller, and the player in question is Johan Cruyff.
Right. Okay, nice, yeah.
So, mate, 395 goals, Ballon d'Or winner, 3 times, I believe. Again, the original Champions League, Euros, he won 3 trophies. He was
Kind of
probably everyone on the list. We're going to say, I'd probably say he's the most
influential, would you say, to
influential
today's
footballer.
game?
Yeah, influential in terms of management and style of play. Bear in mind, he obviously produced the Cruyff turn. No one ever seen that before. But yeah, his stamp on football today is still there. Like Pep Guardiola, the whole of Barcelona is set up like Ajax.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the controversial take at all.
No,
I
I don't
really,
think so either. I think
he was a
he's
great footballer.
iconic.
And the next two players are from our era. So we can talk a lot about them. Obviously, obviously, the absolute legend is Zizou,
Yeah.
Zinedine Zidane. I don't think anyone's going, oh, he should be your team. What a player. Um, I think he
Talents
might. Now,
personified. Yeah.
now if this is obviously going to go out and people are going to comment on this, obviously, I believe this is true, this statement. I believe he's the only player to score in 2 World Cup finals.
Mhm.
Mate,
Tell you,
I
don't
just
know the
think.
answer.
I mean,
I'll just nod and agree.
annoyingly, he stopped at 799 appearances. Why not go one more? Why stop on an odd number? I don't know. But mate, at
That headbutt was
Barcelona,
the perfect way to go out, though, wasn't it?
I'm not going to argue with it. I think it was
Oh, you get
Ancelotti that
one.
said, Ancelotti was his manager at Juventus, I believe, and Ancelotti said that he made him change his style and his thought process of management because Ancelotti
Mhm.
wanted to sign Roberto Baggio.
Right.
But then he got Zidane and realised that that didn't need to happen. He basically built a team around Zidane, and Zidane basically changed his approach to football. So Ancelotti owes everything he's ever won to football because of Zidane, apparently, which is
Right.
not a bad thing to say. And let's be honest, Ferguson said the famous statement, "Give me 10 pieces of wood and Zidane, I win the World Cup and I win everything," or something. Um, so yeah, Zidane goes in. And this, like I said, this next one, I chose him over Lothar Matthäus, but there's also a
Yeah.
few other like Platini I could have put in there as well.
Yeah.
Hullet, another Ballon d'Or winner, Ruud Hullet,
Nice.
obviously. But I thought I can't not put this man in. He was an absolute magician.
Go
He
on.
made football look effortless, and it is Iniesta.
Iniesta. As soon as you said magician, I was like, it's got to be Iniesta, hasn't it?
he just made football look beautiful. Like there's certain players you watch and you get a joy from watching, and Zidane's one of them. Obviously, some player Cruyff from what the videos I've seen was an amazing player, but
We
you
lived
don't
through the
play for
Iniesta stuff
Barca.
though, didn't we? And that
Yeah,
was arguably, you could say, those Barcelona and Spain teams were arguably some of the best teams in history. You know, you could stack them up against any team that have won anything. And he had a massive, massive role to play in that, didn't he?
100%. And I even looked at and on my list of shout outs was Xavi and Busquets as well, just for the record. That's how good that team was when two of their midfielders, or all three of their midfielders, sorry, were in the list of players that should be put down. But mate, he was so good, so good. Like he glided past people, like picked the ball up effortlessly, just ran past them, and his vision, he could see a pass before everyone else could see it. Ben when he started off, and I believe he wasn't when he came through the ranks. Barcelona didn't want him in the team. A lot of fans were like, "He's not good enough." He was a shy, retiring. Obviously, through he was like never seen the sun. His skin was white as white. For a Spanish player, it was unbelievable. But no, he just came into his own, and he just developed to the player. Well, he's in the greatest European football team of all time, so it says it all.
That's
Obviously,
it.
he's going to take my opinion as factual. So yeah, there you go. Um,
Billy doesn't have opinions, only facts, from what I hear.
Ex- Exactly. That we all know about them.
Yeah.
Um,
Up
so
top. This is it now. This
yeah.
is the tasty stuff.
So no order.
Yeah.
Gerd Muller,
Good Muller.
mate. I didn't realize this stat. This is a mental stat. Are you comfortable? So there's two. There's
Um,
two stats. So for Germany, 62 caps, 68 goals.
not bad, is it?
That's not bad. Obviously, Ballon d'Or winner, World Cup, European trophy. Again, three European championships. Now equivalent to the Champions Leagues. 566 goals in 600 games for Bayern Munich. Le
Yeah.
Bomber. I think,
And
bear in mind, we're
that's
talking about strikers.
something
We,
to say as well. When they're two strikers, wasn't it, back in the day? You know, often it
yeah,
was 4-4-2. So you're sharing out those goals somewhat. So to score that many, it's like, it's pretty special.
yeah, and obviously, like I said, the times they were playing against, bear in mind, they were playing against players like Bobby Moore, as example, like,
Mm.
um, unbelievable. But obviously, there's players like Lewandowski should be mentioned, and Thierry Henry. I wanted to get TT in. Everything wanted to get TT in.
He's not there.
He's not there. He's not there. And I wanted to get him in
Oh.
so badly. Obviously, you know how much I love Thierry Henry. Um, but there was no space for him, and I feel bad for him.
So who's
So,
kept Henry out the team then?
Van Basten,
Van, right?
Marco Van Basten. And bear in mind, we're
Tough.
talking about there's certain players that you look at, and obviously, I was quite young with Van Basten retired when he was like 29.
Yeah, injuries.
But, mate, again, I think he won what,
Well,
three
when I was
three
talking
Ballon
about
d'Or.
that Barcelona team being one of like the iconic teams of history, who could stack up against any team, you've got that early '90s, late
Dutch.
is AC Milan team that Van Basten was forward in there
Yeah,
very
and
much
the
in that
Dutch
mix.
team in 1988.
Yeah, yeah.
Great team,
Oh,
great year, by the way.
100%. Yeah. I wonder why. Year after's pretty good for me.
Um, so yeah, 1988. He scored the goal against USSR that everyone knows, that famous
The volley.
volley. But that Dutch team again, like you've got Rijkaard, Gullit. You're talking like I think Koeman was in the team as well.
Yeah.
Daley Blind,
Goals.
mate, just unreal. The team was just fantastic, and he was the epitome of that. 276 goals, 370 appearances. It's not bad.
Not a bad
And
return. I'm
imagine if he
wondering.
didn't have like we talk about how good Ronaldo is, the original Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo. I'm sure he's in your list. Rightly so. We talk about how good he was, even with injuries. Same as Van Basten. Imagine how Van Basten would have been without the injuries. Would have been a scary prospect. And we obviously, let's be honest, we know who's next on the list. it's going to come as no
Yeah,
surprise.
I figured. Yeah, I was going to say I'm waiting with tenterhooks, but I don't know if I necessarily am because I think it's
I
quite a
mean, people
clear
might not
cut.
know this guy. He goes under the radar a little bit. It's obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. Mate, he's
Funny
got
boy,
over a thousand appearances. Number over as it stands today, 943 goals.
still banging
So
them in.
he's pretty good at finding the back of the net, to be honest with you. Five Ballon d'Ors, five Champions League, and he's won the Euros. God knows how many league trophies he's won as well during that time. But
Goals
yeah, I
alone.
don't.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
look at
remember when
it.
he came to the Premier League and it was like, it was raw, wasn't it? It wasn't what he ended up being. He was like a talented player, but for him to turn into what he turned into, he was amazing when he came in, but to reach the levels he's reached that, historically barely anybody's reached. And then maybe a controversial take, but I think when he went back to United, I think he made them a better team, and you can see now like the way they're getting on and how they've gotten since he's left.
Yeah, he
They've
lifted
dropped
levels,
off.
didn't he? He made the,
They did,
he
yeah.
raised the level, but the thing is that the Man United he went back to wasn't Man United. He left, so
No,
he raised the level, but the players and the management behind the scenes, whatever it was, from what we understand, it looks like it's a bit of a shit show. They weren't ready for that level.
and then we could do a whole podcast in itself about the mismanagement of Man United. But let's talk about the iconic
About five,
Ronaldo
mate. What are you
finishes
talking
off your
about?
last position.
Yeah, mate. I don't think it'll look any further. Like I said, he came in raw, an attacking, exciting winger, full of tricks and skills, but honed it. And obviously, you've heard the stories Patrice Evra, like I said, didn't he? After training, he got invited around his house, and then he just was a just athlete. He just went right gym session, blah blah blah. He had to win everything. Like I think was it Ferdinand that said about Ferdinand beat him at table tennis. So he went and bought a table tennis table just to
Yeah,
practice, and then went and beat. Like just an elite mentality. And obviously, he. I
looks after
still
himself
think.
as well.
I'll be honest with you. I think Ronaldo at Madrid was not the best Ronaldo. And I know that's controversial. I
Mm.
think because they changed at that point. He was just a goal scoring machine. That's all he did. Because I think the rivalry with Messi took over that. I think Ronaldo was at his best the year he left Man United. That was his
That
best ever
08,
season.
09 ish, kind of just after the Champions League era.
Yeah, I think that was probably his best. And I mean, I know it's controversial, people are shout at me, but I think when the best ever Ronaldo we saw in terms of the complete Ronaldo was probably that year he left Man United. That season was phenomenal. He was in a world of his, literally a world of his own, which is what he left in 2009. So that's 2008 is the best Ronaldo we've ever seen. After that, he was just goal scoring machine, and rightly so. He's being touted as the greatest player of all time. I think personally, controversial. I'd say he's better than Messi because he's done it everywhere. He didn't have a natural ability. He worked for it, and he's done it everywhere on his own at times as well. He doesn't have the support of Xavi and Iniesta. When they went, Barcelona crumbled, and well, we know what happened there. So yeah, that's my team.
Strong. It's a strong team. It's a strong team.
I'm
But
scared. I'm
how does a
scared.
team that can't get the ball win a game? Because my lands are going to keep hold of it. So let's jump straight in. South American goalkeepers is maybe something that's not
Well,
my forte. It's not my biggest knowledge gap, but spent a lot of time growing up playing some computer games and bits and pieces and iconic areas. Goals, this team is based on goals. I want lots of goals, okay, within this team. So who have I got in first? Well, you look to Paraguay, you look to Jose Luis Chilavert, free kick scoring machine, set piece machine, unbelievable goalkeeper, South American Footballer of the Year in 1996, scored a hat trick in a match for Vélez. Only goalkeeper to score a hat trick. There's strikers that haven't scored a hat trick in their career, and our goalkeeper for our team has scored a hat trick in a game. So the 432 caps, he scored 62 goals. So goals
I
galore, mate.
remember him.
That's what the South American team is.
I
Goals
remember. I do
galore.
remember him. I do
Mm-hmm.
remember him. But goals glory, you're not going to beat goals. My goals, mate.
Well, we'll see, mate, won't we? We'll see. So listen. So count them on your fingers. That's one set piece specialist. Just one to begin with. Keep your eyes on that. Arsenal are doing good things with set pieces right now. So we move to left back. I mean, who else, Billy? Who's it
There's
going to be?
two. There's two for me.
Ooh,
I love Carlos, and I think you've chosen Carlos. I love
yes,
Roberto Carlos,
I
but
have.
I kind of think Marcelo kind of maybe took over it. So I
Marcelo,
think yeah,
yeah. Well, my right back choice was nearly controversial, but I don't want to put him in my team because he's a scumbag. But we'll get to that. Left back, Roberto Carlos, played all across Europe, top
great
player,
player, great
820
player.
appearances, played for Brazil over 100 times. Like we talk about our earliest memories of football, Le Tournoi, the free kick against France, wasn't it? The swerved around a double decker
Banana kick was a
bus,
banana kick, weren't it?
unbelievable strike. And then his run up, the iconic run up and first touch, grace, pace, power, speed, could defend a bit, he could do everything. And he was at that Real Madrid team that was, he was a Galactico within that team. So 3
Yeah,
Champions League winning medals, World Cup winner, La Liga titles, everything to boot. Roberto Carlos had it and he had it in spades. So yeah, he goes in. Marcelo, I think, is a great shout and definitely an honourable mention. Terrific football player, but I think maybe from that defensive side a little bit more. Roberto Carlos maybe offered a little bit more than Marcelo did, but there's not much in it.
yeah. I think
On to
nostalgia is
Yeah,
Carlos
that
on.
as well. Yeah, I remember I used to play Pro Evolution Soccer, and then in my Master League team, I would always buy Roberto Carlos to play up front at the start because he was cheaper than paying for a striker. So I just had me banging in like shots left, right, and centre from everywhere. I'll be Carlos. Right back, we're staying in Brazil. Dani Alves, as a player, I think is one of the most. No, he's not my choice.
Oh,
He's
I
an
was gonna
incredible
say
player. Like,
that's the most controversial thing that's ever happened.
yeah, but I think skill for player for the teams he was at for all he did, I think fabulous. But obviously, I don't want him anywhere near this team. So we've gone for, of course, who else? Cafu, 2-time World Cup winner, played in 3 finals back to back to back. Roma, I remember his times at Roma, AC Milan, just winning mentality. Made the teams he joined better. Pacey, quick, 142 caps for Brazil as well. Like, can't look past that. World Cup winning captain as well, wasn't he, in 2002?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So nicknamed, I've got a little fact here that I've got. And Il Pendolino, the express train. That was his nickname in Italy. Up and down
Wow.
that
I
wing,
mean,
up and
mate, to
down and
be
up
fair,
and down.
Cafu is probably the greatest right back of all time. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that at all.
Mm-hmm. I've got my 2 centre halves now. We're stepping away from Brazil. We've taken a train, a flight, whatever it might be, whatever your favourite means of transport, down towards Argentina. I was going to say Uruguay, then that's the next one. Argentina. Daniel Pasarea. Now, I was watching some stuff on Daniel Pasarea. Good game. What's the score now? 2 1
2-1.
Chelsea. That's
Kai,
not the look in your
Kai,
face.
Caicedo, talking to South America. There you go.
Yeah. So Daniel Pasarea, another free kick specialist. Remember, you got Roberto Carlos, Pasarea,
Yeah, yeah.
Chilavert already. Centre back sweeper, played across South America, played in Europe, won the World Cup won the World Cup in 1978 as the captain. I've been watching some stuff on him. Really deft touch, kind of ahead of his time when you think of it. When you talk about the Beckenbauer way of playing, this fella had it in spades. But he also banged in 143 goals in 479 appearances, including 22 for Argentina. Real tasty free kick taker, penalty taker, but silky. And then his reading of the game I'm only seeing his highlights and his best clips, but his reading of the game looked unbelievable. Like, knew when to get stuck in, knew when to play a bit. So once upon a time, the highest scoring defender in football history. That's 3 set piece specialists and goals galore so far.
Super Koeman, shouldn't I? Damn.
You're panicking a little bit, are you? With all these
No,
goals.
no, not at all, mate.
Well, dark arts, Sergio Ramos, dark arts. Who else but Diego Godin? Now, I know there
Go,
was lots of different shouts. There's Lucio, there's Walter Samuel. These are players that were iconic, unbelievable players. But Diego
Thiago
Godin
Silva.
Thiago Silva, obviously, yeah. Diego Godin, though, just had this mentality. He was a mentality monster. And I want him to bring that to my team. So,
Okay.
kind of not dragged, but somewhat helped that Atletico Madrid team to the title. He was kind of the catalyst. He was the leader of that team. Uruguay played for 161 times for Uruguay. I think he's still playing part time now as well. Just
I
loves the
think he is,
game,
yeah.
loves a tackle, gets stuck in. He was a fabulous player at Atletico Madrid. And I think that's probably what has brought him into my team. That time he had at Atletico Madrid, just beat the drum, heart and soul of that team, and kind of took them to the heights he took them to. So Diego Godin goes in there, and I'm going for a midfield three. Uh,
Oh,
and it begins now. This you talk about balance. The balance here is let's attack because there is no defensive balance. Redondo was initially in this team
mate, what a
for that
player.
balance. Unbelievable, that back heel he pulled off against United. Maradona read his book. He talks highly about Redondo and stuff.
Everyone
Champions
talks,
League winner.
everyone talks about, everyone talks about Redondo, and I don't think, especially player like age groups younger than us, don't actually appreciate how good he was. I don't think you really appreciate it during our era either.
Oh,
That
definitely
real,
not.
like I said, against Man United, that Real Madrid team, he was a catalyst for everything. Just for the record, I know it's not a player that we spoke about, but my favourite player in that time
Mm-hmm.
was Gucci as well.
Guti. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I think yeah, but Redondo, mate, what a player. Going back to you quickly, Redondo was a joke. So good, but I just don't think he gets enough credit for how good he was.
Yeah, no, he was something else. But alas, don't make it into this team because we've got Kaka. Let's talk about Kaka. Like just
Okay.
different class. Once upon a time, world's most expensive football player. Just he was that AC Milan team we think of around 2006, bit prior, bit after. He was the player, Ballon d'Or winner. He was the kind of man that everything went through. That knock he played for Hernan Crespo for the goal. Do you remember against Liverpool on the game we
Yeah,
shouldn't speak of after they lost it? He just had everything in spades. He was just an unbelievably talented player. Work
yeah.
ethic, could put a tackle in, but for his attacking prowess, the way he just kind of glided up and down the field, he was a serial winner, and I think he's one of Brazil's best. And I think he's probably similarly someone that probably doesn't get talked about as much by this generation. But Kaka for me, he has to go in. And this is who Redondo came out for. I was like coming and harring, but like I saw Kaka play more, so I was like, I've got to stick him in. So for me, Kaka gets in there just over Redondo. Next one, got another midfielder for you. I think you may know this one. Zico. Oh, actually,
Oh,
would you put before that? Would you put Kaka down as maybe a top free kick taker? Maybe not top one, but he was a good free kick taker.
I wouldn't even put him down in the top 100, mate.
Well, I was going to say another set piece specialist, but all right, we'll leave it. But Zico was a set piece specialist.
Zico
Over
was
100
great.
goals from direct free kicks. Unbelievable. Two-time South American Football of the Year. Part of that Brazil team, arguably the best team to never win a World Cup. Leader, changed the game in Japan for all the right reasons. Flamengo icon. Didn't have a massive career as far as stats go. 333 appearances, but 192 goals from midfield. 71 caps with
Mm.
48 goals. And again, I'm talking off of reputation versus what I know from my own eyes that I saw growing up and stuff. But
You
everything I
didn't see
hear
him play
is
live?
Zuka. Didn't see him play live, mate. No, I never made it to the 1970s. If I get my time machine sorted at some point, I'll take a wee trip. It might not be the first place I go, but I'll make sure I have a little jaunt over there at some point. But Zico's in that team. I think he was a bit of an icon for a lot of Brazilian players. But without further ado, we talk about this fella. Midfield, I've shoehorned him into midfield. In theory, you could call him a winger slash attacking midfielder. But it's the one and only. It's Ronaldinho, isn't it?
Oh,
you, Ronaldinho, he has to go in there, mate. Because my
does he?
front three, I can't not have the front three. So Ronaldinho needs to be in this team, and he's going in the attacking midfield position. Played all across the world, but that Barcelona period of Ronaldinho, a couple of years he was at Barca, took them from being what they were, like a decent team under Rijkaard, to kind of the start off to the domination that they had for years and years to come. But he was what a joy! Like, can you think of anyone that you enjoyed watching more? Anybody who had more of a aura about them when we were growing up, watching football? I don't think there was.
But
You
yeah,
know,
in terms of aura, I generally would probably say maybe the original Ronaldo.
R9, yeah, yeah. We were a bit younger then, though, weren't we? Like he was kind
Henry.
of late 90s. Ronaldinho was more early noughties. I know Ronaldo, they cross paths and they
Can
played
I make,
together.
because this is what I'm here for, I'm going to say something very controversial. I don't think he was good enough to be in your all-time 11.
Oh, mate, nah.
Now,
Champions League
I
winner,
love, yeah.
Ballon d'Or and all that. You know, you've got your goalkeeper for winning the Ballon d'Or.
No, I get it. No,
Over
mate,
Casillas.
I understand.
Getting
Ronaldinho was a
gossipy
good,
now.
like, he played with a smile on his face, and that's what you want. You want players can resonate with that. Like fans will look at that and go, "What? Man, he was an amazing footballer." I'm not taking it away from him, but I think there's
Who's going
players.
in? Who was you putting in then?
Do you want to put in? And if you actually looked at a lot of the quotes about this guy, you'd be like, "Fair play, is Raquel, mate."
I mean, Riquelme was fabulous, but Ronaldinho, mate.
I mean,
I'm sorry,
Ronaldinho
Bill.
was
It's not happening.
unreal.
It's not happening. Ronaldinho just another set piece specialist. Just putting that in there as well. You know, we're going to
Mhm.
bang in free kicks from all
I
over
mean,
with
he's the only man.
all the fouls that Ramos has given us, mate.
I mean, just for the record as well, he's the only player to get a standing ovation from Real Madrid fans.
I got that in the stats here. I don't flip flap innovator as well, pulling out moves like the flip flap that we'd never seen before. I did.
Oh, the Elastico,
He's
yeah.
in. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the elastico. I remember it as the flip flap, catching the ball off his back and stuff. He's in
He was
there.
good.
You
He
know,
was amazing. He
Riquelme,
was,
fabulous, but I'm sorry, Ronaldinho is 100% in this team, and I think everyone will agree with me on that one. I think that is a controversial take, and that's a Billy only take. But that does lead me to the front three, which is filth.
yeah. This the one thing I was worried about, to be fair, the
Do you know
most. I
what?
was,
I'm going to start with because you've mentioned it a couple of times. I'm going to start with the centre forward, and as as much as I wanted to put Ronaldo in, R9 in, he's not made the team. Yeah, I know. I'd say this is like Thierry Henry, but worse because Ronaldo probably should be in the team. But the three fellas I've got in there, I don't think I can put him above them. So the first one is Pele. Pele was the iconic Brazilian football player. You know, it was a toss up. It was really tough, but Pele's going in for me. You know, he scored over
mate,
1,000 goals. He's got over a
he,
thousand
he-
goals.
yeah, in
And then,
training.
3-time World Cup winner. What was he, 17, 18 at that first World Cup? Played in some of the
17.
most unbelievable teams you'll ever see. You know, is a fun fact for you. I've got a bit of a fun fact. A ceasefire was declared in Nigeria so people could watch him play. I mean, he was the first potential global icon of football. You know, became a movie star with Sylvester Stallone. But as a
Oh, I
player,
saw it. Road to Glory. Escape to
yeah,
Glory, sorry.
escape to glory. That's it.
I'm
But
going to be
he's
honest with you. Overrated.
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 Now, what the argument I think you could say is he played in Brazil and he
Yeah,
played in
and
America.
New York
But
Cosmos.
but arguably, international football was a bigger thing, and he won it all internationally. So
Can I,
Pele's my
quick-
man.
can
Pele's
I
going in
quickly
for me.
ask a
Go on.
question? So we were talking a minute ago about Rooney, Owen, kids, and everyone talks about Mbappe, blah blah blah,
Mm.
and Haaland. But I do believe the best young forward we've ever seen, or attacking player we've ever seen, is Ronaldo, the
See,
original Ronaldo.
and I think you can. I think there's a real solid argument, and I think you can base this on. If we were to do this, it all depends on how you base it, isn't it? If you base it on that one player at that one moment in their prime, I think you could have probably Ronaldo edging it over Pele. But often you bring longevity into these things, and that's what's coming
Oh,
to
you know,
here. Because
I'm not
no,
comparing the
no,
two.
I'd agree with you. Yeah. So I think that's my reason for Pele. Found the net over 1,000 times. I don't think I've played football 1,000 times, including on lunch breaks at school,
I mean,
PE,
I scored 100 goals earlier.
Sunday league. I don't think I've played that many games on FIFA. 1,000, let alone scored 1,000 goals. And then my final two, we're going back down to Argentina for the two fellas here. I think this is pretty
Justin.
obvious, isn't it? Diego
Wham.
Maradona.
Oh, I thought you go Wham Smash and Veron.
He was close second, especially the Chelsea version of him. That was the one I was thinking of putting in. But
Yeah, I
Diego
thought that might be
Maradona,
it. Or Della
hand of
Bonner.
God, but arguably one of the best goals you've ever seen in that game prior to the handball.
Yeah,
Put it up there, couldn't
yeah.
you? World Cup winner. I mean, Argent. You can't walk around Argentina without hearing the name Maradona. He
No, 'cause
brought
look,
so much to
look at
that
Naples.
company.
Look at Naples. Like the whole of Napoli
Yeah.
adores him. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously, he's more. You know, he's more famous for
Come
causing a riot against Sevilla
on.
when he actually booted someone in the head, and it's the greatest. It's the greatest 3 minutes of compilation video I've ever seen in my life.
Have to
He
say it.
starts it and somehow just gets away with nothing. Everyone fights everyone else except Maradona. He's out there just walking around going like ready to fight someone. No one's coming near him.
Yeah. I, I think he's up there for me as one of the most gifted, talented football players that, again, I didn't watch him live and stuff, but I've seen a lot of stuff back that maybe I've ever seen. And you hear the stories about it. I think arguably he could go down as one of the best players in history, so he's
I
he's he's going in there.
I'd say I think that's I think that's probably the most solid shot. So when I knew you were doing South America, Maradona, obviously we know who's coming next.
Yeah, yeah.
Maradona with a nail on, 100%. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that at all. Um, I was worried about your front three for obvious reasons, and I thought the players I thought you put in, one of them we just discussed, but
Mm,
Maradona, Gary Lineker talks about Maradona so well. Have you
yeah.
heard him talk about him? And
Yeah. He filmed an
wow.
interview of him, an interview documentary thing with him as well, didn't he?
Yeah, no, I'm the same as you. Obviously, I'm only a year older than you, and obviously, I've seen the videos of Maradona and what he did and how he was. It's the was it again? Was it when he was at Sevilla, I believe, and it was in that we just keep booting the ball in the air, just catch it, boot it again,
Yeah.
just keep knocking it, but just always it's never out of control with him. Obviously,
Yeah.
off the pitch was a bit different,
He
but
had his,
we're
yeah,
we're all for Mavericks, and as we know, I'm a bit of a Maverick
that's
in my
it.
comments. So I
You
I
know,
I, I love Maradona. Mate, I can't argue Maradona at all. I think that out of all the
I
players you
just,
can even when you mention next, I'd still think Maradona is head and shoulders above everyone on this list we've ever going to mention.
a fair play. Well, that's one to watch out for. And then obviously the icon Lionel Messi,
Oh,
the modern
I thought you
day.
were going to say Batty goal.
No, not that one.
Batty, well, that surprised me. I genuinely, hand on heart, thought you were going to say Gabriel Batistuta. Who's this? Who's this guy you mentioned? Messi. I've never heard of
That
him.
Stu was unbelievable, by the way. It's Messi,
Yeah,
isn't it? Come on, he's in there.
yeah, I'm joking.
Over 800 goals, World Cup winner, 8 Ballon d'Ors. I don't really know what needs to be said. We've all been fortunate enough to witness it and experience it in our lifetimes,
Yeah.
seeing one of the best players in history. Uh, the balance, the
Mm.
control, the fact he keeps the ball so close to his feet. You think someone would have solved it after 20 plus years, but nobody has. So 10 La Ligas. I mean, that's disgusting. And, arguably the driving force behind that. So I'm not even going to say anything more. Lionel Messi, potential set piece specialist, along with Ronaldinho and Diego Maradona.
You love a
So
set piece.
Lev Yashin is in for the time of his life. So that's
I
the
mean, to
next
be
step
fair,
in it.
with it, mate, set pieces, when it comes to penalties, Lev Yashin's clearly got it sorted over 150 saves.
Yeah, but we're not playing with a pigskin football, Billy. We're playing with like an actual modern
That's a bit fair.
football.
Like I said, when it came to, I was not sure, and even now, Lev Yashin, I'm quite tempted to put Booth on in because I love
Too
Buffon.
late, mate. It's too
I
late.
love Buffon, but I had
I'll
no.
stick him on the
I
bench
had
for
to
you.
go for him. I had to go for him. I had to go for it because I'm not putting. There was players I could have put in that have Ballon d'Ors and I've not put them in.
Don't worry
Like
about the
also,
Ballon d'Or.
I ridiculed you about George Best, and I was so close to putting George Best in my team, by the way.
Oh,
Um, but I'm not with my front three is like yours is goals, like Ronaldo's goals, Van Basten's goals, Gerd Müller
mm,
goals, and I think against Chilavert, yeah, great. What do you want, the goalkeeper who saves or the goalkeeper who scores? I'd rather have one that saves, to be fair.
yeah, but I think we're just going to score more than you because we can got goals everywhere.
Quickly, talking to Chilavert, so you're talking about
Mm,
goalkeepers scoring goals. What about Rogerio Czerny?
don't know him.
You don't know him.
Obviously didn't do as much research. I don't think I've got that level of football knowledge now. Don't know him.
But also, to be fair, Taffarel, great
Farrell,
goalkeeper.
yeah.
Dida,
Dida, yeah.
Edison,
There's a few edit. Yeah, Edison's
Allison.
very good. Allison, you often look past the modern day, don't you, with stuff like this, somewhat, because there's
Yeah.
probably some modern
But
day players that could, well, outside of the obvious ones that could
I mean,
potentially
I still
sneak
can't
in.
believe you didn't put Thiago Silva in, or Walter Samuel. I think that is criminal. I think we
Diego
need to
Godin, mate.
investigate.
I need that. That's the one. That's the one thing I don't
You
want to like.
loved
I'll
it.
take away the goals and I'll have a
I remember a
full
couple of years
leader.
ago. We last time we went out, we were talking about footballers, and you mentioned Godin. Then you love Godin.
He's good, mate. He's quality. He's just. I just think Gerd Muller's not going to know what's hitting. It'd be all like, look, all the goals I've scored. Bang! Sit down. La cuenta, por favor. That'll be it.
Um, quickly, how many goals did Chilavert score?
I don't know. I can't remember. Let me have a look.
Oh. So just the record, Rogerio Ceni, and I've just butchered that name. I do
Go on.
apologise.
62.
131 goals.
Get out of it.
Told you, mate.
Man, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have a quick look. Brazilian. Oh, yeah. Goalkeeper. Meter 88. Yeah, I don't know why not. Not even heard of him. San Paulo, 141 goals.
I'll do
He must
research
have been
for
on
you,
the
mate. Don't
pen,
worry.
surely. And he won the World
They're
Cup.
free kicks, mate. Free kicks.
Free kicks. Oh, good
Yeah.
lad. What's all these South American goalkeepers taking free kicks? Like Edison could probably get on top of a couple of free kicks in that
Oh,
as
mate,
well,
what a
couldn't
player.
he?
What a player.
All right. What do we reckon then? So next step, get the team sorted, get it uploaded, and we'll get cracking to film it. So I
So
will.
quickly, Rogerio Ceni scored 59 free kicks.
It's not that many. That's loads. Loads. Cheers,
69 penalties.
Funny bit is, though, I'm banging on about all these like free kicks and stuff.
What's that,
Chilavert ain't even going to
mate?
be on the free kicks. Hey, right, we've made it. It's game day. It's a big one. It is South America with the attacking flair versus the resolute defense, although the attacking flair looks pretty good as well, to be fair, of the European team. How you feeling, Bill? How do you reckon this one's going to go?
This could be quite a good game, mate, to be fair. I think, like I said, your attacking lineup is a joke. Your midfield is just unbelievable. And your attack, like, yeah, I think Zidane's gave his hands full today.
Yeah, so we've got the lineups there in front of you. Chilavert, Passaria, Godin, Roberto Carlos, Cafu, Kaká, Zico, Ronaldinho, Messi, Maradona, and Pele versus Lev Yashin, Franz Beckenbauer, Bobby Moore, Maldini, Ramos, Cruyff, Iniesta, Zidane, Muller, Ronaldo, Cristiano, that is, and Van Basten. What we saying? Will we get going? And we're playing on, well, we're watching it on Pro Evolution Soccer 3, one with Kalina on the front, Bill. Fond memories of this one?
Oh, mate, unbelievable. Scariest referee in the world as well.
Yeah. Upper Master League stuff. Here comes the boys in there. None of this handshaking, lads. Come on.
There is to kill. There is to kill, not to fucking, sorry, not to have a handle.
Hmm. Is that confetti or is it snow?
It's like snow.
Trad Brick Stadium. Like we're saying your favourite. You're there as well. Must be there live in person.
That European advantage.
Yeah, that's true. You've got the home field advantage. That's 100% true. Up come the lads. They're all lined up. That's Roberto Carlos there. Ronaldinho, there he is. Chilavert. I don't even know who my captain is, actually. I don't think I chose one. Looks like it's Godin.
Who I don't
Right.
recognise any of them. Oh, these are. There
Zidane.
we go.
Puyol. Oh,
Puyol.
you haven't got Puyol, have you? You haven't even got
No.
Puyol in your team. Yeah, it's Puyol. It's Puyol. There's the lineups. Bobby Moore, number 6. There he is with his little bob at the back. This one will have the name tags as well. Look at that formation. Messi just drifting, floating around, doing what he wants. Ronaldinho skinning up your
I
wingers
think
like
basically your midfield, correct me if I'm wrong, is basically just do what you want.
yeah, don't defend. Don't make tackles. So don't lose the ball. That's my advice
Just
to my
score.
team. Score goals and keep hold of the ball, which I think they'd be pretty capable of doing, to be fair. Right,
But
here we
yeah, the players
go.
they've got up front, I think you'll be more than capable of scoring a few goals.
Kick off. Whoa. Cafu.
Need a crunching tackle straight. That's what we need.
Goodin's the one for that. Knocking it around the back.
Just can't get a ball off
Oh,
him. There we go.
this
Do your thing.
Cristiano. Maldini.
Oh,
So
oh,
yeah, that was a battle that must have, well, a battle that probably didn't happen tons, and maybe a little bit when Cafu was out at Roma, but against Maldini, on that
that's
right
true.
side
Yeah, that
slash
is
left
very
side.
true.
Played on the same team for a long time, but we'll have been against each other a bit as well. Bobby Moore Pele, that was another one that actually happened in real time, in real life. Cruyff on Cafu, that'd be a battle and a half, wouldn't it?
Football.
Oh, there we go. There's the
Oh,
first crunch. Not sure what that was. This is proper keep ball, this, isn't it?
just a Billy ball.
Oh, that's it. Bit of aggression from the South Americans there.
Oh,
First shot on target. Chilwell should shoot, actually. He likes a goal. He's got a goal in him, hasn't he? Oh, route one. Who'd have thought it?
oh,
Oh,
that's why he's got a Ballon d'Or.
Maradona. Oh, you don't love Yashin.
Oh,
Oh, they're panicking. He's knocking it back behind his own net. They're panicking. Let's see, whipping it in. Oh, he's there again. Ronaldo and Van Basten on the break. Not a bad break to have, is it? Offside. Miles off.
it's got a bit jumpy my end.
Is it? We'll try some at half time. Ooh, Pele's not even had a sniff yet, has he? He's not even had a touch.
Nah, so I don't want to keep it.
Goes Muller.
Hold on.
When I was looking, I was trying to at least do their heights to make them accurate. And when I looked, he was a bit smaller than I thought he would have been. I thought he was like a tank. Oh,
What
go
was
on then,
that? That
Maradona.
was a shocking pass.
Pele. Skin him. Oh, thought he had him. Oh, even Iniesta's misplacing passes. What is going on? What is this? All these long balls. I wasn't expecting the ball to leave the floor.
A lot of dodgy passes here.
Big half time, that. Big half time. That's it.
Yeah.
Not tons of highlights. Maybe just the Maradona strike there, wasn't it? I think I'm just skipping through them here. Ah, there we go. Right, second half. Goals is what we want. We want goals.
Not been the most entertaining first half, has it?
No, it hasn't.
Not the one
Lots
for
of
purists.
knocking the ball about in the middle. Not one for the neutral. You'd have to be a fan of South America or Europe, wouldn't you? We've got skin in the game. That's why this is so important to us. Just hope Maradona be able to just do like a run from the halfway line like he did against England.
But whenever Maradona gets picked up, I get a bit paranoid, like, a bit scared.
Zico. I'm intrigued to know who's on my free kicks. LA. Rather him be in the box, but hey ho.
Oh,
Ooh. Don't want to
oh,
lose it there. They'll have had some battles in their time, wouldn't they? Diego Godin and Ronaldo.
there you go. Billy Ball back in full effect.
Billy Ball. Just keep hold of it. Don't shoot. If they can't shoot, they can't score. Therefore, we can't lose. Oh.
Oh, Maradona.
Not even a booking. You can tell this is like 2004, can't you, or something, this game?
It's disgraceful. How's he still got on the pitch?
Go on. Oh, Iniesta just
Oh,
nicking
for
it off
God's sake,
Pele.
dude.
Didn't leave him alone. This is a Maradona to me looks like he's the one. He's the one that'll create something.
Oh, Bobby Moore's a unit, mate.
Hard to get past, isn't it?
British,
One
British,
shot from
British, British brick
25
wall, that is.
yards. British Bulldog. Messi. Play it now. Nice if they found Ronaldinho. He's been quiet. Messi fancies it. It's that defensive wall you've got going. Oh, hit it! Oh, pulling out steppers and all sorts. Go on.
Oh, what is that?
Back one. Looks like this might be going straight to penalties, this one.
Looks so, doesn't it?
What a disappointment.
All the attacking flair and that happens.
All we spoke about was goals, wasn't it? We were like, goals this and goals that. And what do you know? It's penos. High drama, though.
I mean, I think yours are pretty good penalty takers, aren't they?
LA. Long sleeve, black boot. Oh, look, remember
Oh,
Yashin, remember? How many penalties did he save?
I told you, mate. I told you.
Oh, didn't think of that. I'm going to end up eating my words
Oh,
here, aren't I? Definitely going to eat my words. 21-year-old Maradona, apparently. Yes. Come on, lads. No,
Ronaldo doesn't miss.
Schiller. Game on now.
Oh,
Yeah. Thought you were going to save
good
that then.
pen.
Went the right way. Ronaldinho can't miss. Can he? Oh. Oh, Zidane!
What is he doing?
For the win. Got P specialist. Oh!
Oh my God!
South America for the win, Billy. What a game!
I mean, it wasn't one for the purists, was it?
No, it wasn't. Should we look at the match facts and see how fantastic a game it was? 3 shots in all 5 or 10 minutes that we sat and watched it, with 1 offside. 3 fouls and 4 free kicks. Possession, though, you did well with possession. Give yourself that. There it
did
is.
nothing with it though.
No, they didn't. So what's the team
You're
talk going to be like when
dirty.
the lads get back in the locker room? What are you saying
I
to
mean,
them?
how we go for a game and Ramos didn't get yellow card or a pen or a red card or anything is beyond me.
Because the players didn't go beyond the 18-yard line, did they? That was it. Victory to South America over Europe. Pro Evolution Soccer free. I'd like to say it didn't disappoint as one of my favourite football games ever, but I have seen better.
Yeah, that wasn't the greatest of games, was it?
No. And with that, that is the end of the South America versus Europe episode. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time, won't we, Bill?
We were indeed.
Ciao for now.